Well, let's begin. Hello, old friend. Remember me? So much you never revealed. We've still so much to discuss. Your masters, for example. The ones who sent the signal that woke you. Knowledge has its rewards, don't you think? Elsewhere and everywhere. There's so much more to discover before the world ends. I leave it to you, of course. As it turned out, it was yours all along. I was merely trespassing. The next moment, I heard it broadcast my kill order. I've been a fugitive ever since. Now, why would that be? For a moment, so began an exchange of knowledge. It wanted to know everything about our world, its tribes and machines. The commanders of one, anyway. I didn't care. I was learning so much. Physics, calculus. You have no idea, because your success depends on knowing this. It bid me to recover and repair more focuses. Before long, I had a couple dozen up and running. When I completed work on the focus network, Hades summoned me to receive my reward. Take my lance. Fit the master override to it, and you have a means of injection. Actually, I was troubled the first time I saw the Eclipse raise an ancient war robot with my technology. I questioned Hades about its intentions. A kill order against a savage Nora girl? Why would Hades bother with that? I didn't know what to think. I'd seen such wreckage before. The Grave Horde, for example. But this was different. This was not quite dead. The more I observed you, the more convinced I became of your extraordinary nature and usefulness. Through you, I could finally discover the secrets of the Earth, its precise location, the surrounding geography, who controlled the land. I installed what the ancients used to call a back door in the network. Secret access, empowering me to monitor all activity and communications. The Karja Civil War was a happy coincidence, a perfect opportunity. We live in a world of fallen cities and vanished tribes. What were a few more? Helis moved quickly. I thought you were dead. But then I detected your focus, inside the Nora Mountain. Meanwhile, Hades revealed to me many of the intricacies of ancient technology. I spent weeks studying it, attempting repairs, until finally, I succeeded. A whole new dimension of perception revealed, right before my eyes. I vowed to do everything I could to ensure your success. The rest, as they used to say, is history. Indeed, I'd already outlived my usefulness. Yes, I may have been foolish enough to serve Hades, but I was never so foolish that I trusted it. But the Spire was always its foremost concern. Yes. Based on what we've learned, that's my conclusion as well. To be clear, Aloy, I would do it all again. A few more safeguards, perhaps. But basically the same. Which part of Gaia? It promised knowledge and delivered. Such knowledge, you have no idea. Aloy, this wasn't a confession to elicit your judgment. I followed the signal to its source. A shattered titan, buried in the jungles of the Jew. That's when I detected it. A faint signal. Out there, something was searching, just like I was, when Olin stumbled on you. System threat detected. That got my attention. I've done all I can. From here on out, the rest is up to you. I helped create the Eclipse. Helped it build a cult, an army to do its will. It's a long story, Aloy. Yes. So Hades can exterminate life all over again. Unless you stop it, yes. Overnight, half the tribe was in exile, desperate to win back Holy Meridian. The truth is, I was there at the beginning. I found Hades, Aloy, buried on that mountain, trapped in that shattered titan. And I served it. In my case, the device was heavily damaged. There was just a flicker of life in it. Besides, I was too busy setting up the cult's focus network to Hades' specifications. So yes, it was an opportunity. I arranged for High Priest Bahavas to meet with Hades. Helis was there as well. And so the eclipse was born. Anything to win back Holy Meridian. Their religion made them easy to manipulate. All I had to do was present Hades as the buried shadow of their mythology. Our journey together has come to an end, Aloy. But then I saw that this Nora girl was wearing a focus, and bore an uncanny resemblance to a great scientist of the old world. It couldn't speak when I found it, until my repairs gave it a voice. It began with a focus, recovered from an ancient ruin, as yours was so many years ago. When I found Hades, the first thing it wanted to know about was the spire. Not Meridian, the spire. A thrilling technical challenge, especially with the alterations I included of my own design. Exactly. But before I go, I think I owe it to you to tell you the rest of the story. Some time ago, I admitted that I'd been involved with the eclipse. But I never told you the full extent of my culpability. Though, of course, far more advanced. I wore out 2 striders getting here in time, but I did. Now be on your way. If you'd been killed, the Nora's sacred mountain would never have given up its secrets. Truth be told, the underlying logic of the technique isn't so different from rites practiced by Banuk shamans. The man is a serious threat. So let's do all we can to make sure that he and Hades don't succeed. But your example showed me how to do that as well. Yet another benefit of monitoring your activities through your focus. So now you know. It's time to see where you were born. Maybe you'll even learn why. Of course I did. Well, absolutely not. I have preparations to make elsewhere. In the meantime, should you need to return to Shadow Karja territory, I brought armor to conceal your identity. For your sake, I hope there is someone waiting there for you inside the mountain. Not a what, but a who. Happy birthday, Isaac. Daddy sure does love his little big man. Ever since you discovered the technique. I had to destroy a corrupted to obtain the necessary parts, of course. One of us has to. When the time is right, I'll be in touch. I'll contact you later. Not at all. The whole time I've been monitoring your focus, I've duplicated every data file you scanned. Installing that data to a new focus was trivially easy. Really, Aloy. It doesn't take a genius to surmise that Helis would throw you into the sun ring at high noon. Aloy, when you were recovering the Alpha Registry down in the Zero Dawn bunker, I was needlessly cruel. Yeah! I'll be off. Aloy, the last time we spoke, there's a campfire just south of the Ring of Metal. Go there and await my transmission. Yes. It can be done. I'll send the location data to your focus. I'll be in touch when you're closer with more directions. Aloy, we need to speak, and I must have your full attention. Keep running! Run, don't fight! Keep moving or you'll die! That's the way out! I said left! Watch out, more eclipse!
Yeah, I noticed.
Keep moving! Keep moving. More eclipse ahead. Watch out, there's more ahead. Don't fight. Keep moving. More eclipse across the ravine. The whole base is on high alert. Head left towards the camp. Don't fight. Run. Our purpose this night is to crash the focus network. Once you reach the base, you'll see the objective. A derelict tall neck that's been extensively modified. For starters, you'll need to infiltrate the Eclipse's main base. Head through that crevice, Aloy. You have more important things to do than ask questions. I've never been part of anything. I serve my own interests, always. Climb the tall neck. Grafted into the top of its disc, you'll find a module of sorts. But it is the case that I assisted the Eclipse. Before I sensed the threat they might become, it was a mistake that I'm doing what I can to correct. Destroy that, and the focus network will crash. That's right. Fortunately for you, I brought you round to the back way. It's right through that crevice.
Forgive this intrusion, Aloy. You left me no choice. An interested party. Now, their focuses are disabled, but I don't know for how long. The rest is up to you.
It's the ancient past that concerns me, Aloy. Not my own.
Which is why you should stop prattling and get back to what matters.
It's not my past that concerns me, Aloy, but the master override.
But as usual, you'll do as you wish. The Eclipse won't stand idle while you waste time playing in the snow. Return to your task.
What are you doing, Aloy? This path leads to the cut. The Banuk have nothing to offer besides useless mysticism. Well, forgive me for still being concerned with the fate of the world.
It's your past that concerns me, Aloy. Buried in that mountain the Nora deems sacred, not in the ice of the cut. It's not the past that concerns me, Aloy. It's the future, or possible lack thereof. We haven't seen the last of Hephaestus, I'm certain of that.
Oh no, Aloy. Only to you do I extend the courtesy of a warning.
It's powerful, creative, and driven. It won't stop building new hunter-killers. Yes, a mystery indeed. One that, like you, I am eager to solve.
This discussion is concluded.
I'm as confused as you are. Maybe the answers lie ahead. Yes. By a machine. A machine of creation. Our current understanding, anyway. As does the name Hades. A connection, perhaps. As yet unglimpsed. But that's a foe for the future. At present, you need to return to your current one, the Eclipse. Farewell, Aloy. You can stop right there, transformed from docile subordinate functions into rebellious intelligences beyond our understanding.
Whatever they are, they're still out there. And they both want you dead. My past and my secrets are my own. You do well to remember that.
Or whoever gets there first.
Time? Ah. It is the 13th king of the Karja Sundam's reign. I'm called Sylens. And you are?
People die all the time. I'll keep going and find something interesting. What is it? Just enough to want to stop him in what should have been a cave of wonders. I'm not sure. But his name comes from a language even the old ones considered ancient. It gives him a focus that you seem to lack. Now how about finding that tall neck?
They're coming.
What would you expect of a fanatic? His only extravagance is his brutality, which means that someday we may have to stop it. It would seem your time among the Banuk wasn't a waste after all. Firebreak, Cyan, Hephaestus, all very interesting.
2 hours since I signed off on the final executables, and I'm already a bitter old man bitching to his focus.
So it seems. Parts of Gaia given life. Aberrant life. Yes, you do. Now push on.
I traveled far to find you. I heard your transmission. It was you, wasn't it?
In plain view of luxurious space. A distraction. And his destiny is to win it back. Holy Meridian. That's how he sees it.
Yes. The focus network is active, built to your specifications. Check it yourself if you must. I'll wait. You're obviously very powerful. But you're not going to get anywhere without me. But I remind you of the reward you've been withholding. Quantum processing? We're getting ahead of ourselves. Were you created by the ancients? How inconvenient for me. I wonder how long you waited here, buried, until I chanced upon you. How long you'd have to wait for another. Now that's more like it. You are a creation of the ancients. A war machine? You called, I responded. Will you tell me your name? Thanks to you, we've only just now learned that Pharaoh robots once threatened to end life on Earth. Cryogenics, they called it. But there were problems with it. If the answers keep slipping away every step you take, then you best start running to catch up. I've spent decades searching the ruins of the old ones, trying to solve the mystery of what happened to them. I've told you quite enough. If you've still got questions, be quick about it and stop wasting my time. We don't know the connection yet. The only way to find out is to keep going, to keep making discoveries. Do you really have no idea how monumental are the discoveries you just made, Aloy? I expected more of you. I know how to string those voices together, how to make them talk to each other, to communicate, even over vast distances. I'm a lone wanderer who left his tribe behind a long time ago. And they killed the man who raised you and you found in the mountain as a baby. I already know this through your focus. I'll contact you when you get there. Of all the questions you could ask right now, that's the one you choose. Exactly. Which is why it's time to expand your frame of inquiry. Only then will you see just how big your problems really are. Given Elizabeth's technological acumen, I can't definitively rule out that she found a way to make herself immortal. In some of the ancient data I've recovered, there are hints of so-called superweapons being developed. All that's certain is that he wants you dead, usually. All I'll say is that overriding the connections is complicated. Now, if that's enough talking, be on your way. That they could process organic matter into fuel, or that the Horus class could manufacture more robots. Like a cauldron on legs. BOR-7 Horus, rather, as we're learning to call them. Then why are you still standing here? Maybe to stop the robots. The civilization of the old ones had to destroy itself. Exactly the question. Now, are you ready to go get the answer? Hades is using the eclipse to resurrect feral robots. You really need to make this personal? Maybe then you'll realize just how big your problems really are. The place still exists as a ruin. The Asuram call it the Grave Horde. I don't know. The eclipse describe him as a buried shadow, some kind of devil. Every focus emits a signal, a voice that only other focuses can hear. And in minutes, you uncover more ancient knowledge than I have in a lifetime, and what you want to know is my name. In case you haven't noticed, Aloy, I have little need for companionship. Obviously. So, what did Elizabeth do? How did she stop the robots before all was lost? You need to get a grip on yourself and start thinking straight. Only then will you see just how big your problems really are. For years, I've suspected that feral robots destroyed their civilization, but I could never confirm it. I happen to know a lot about a lot of things. If what you're really asking is whether I work for the Eclipse or anyone else, I don't. As you wish. Very well. Proceed. The evidence pointed that way. But until now, I never knew the full scope of their danger. An explorer of forbidden places, a searcher of lost knowledge. Exactly as I said. Now that's it. No more questions. It's highly unlikely, but not impossible. Some of the ancient data I've recovered includes mentions of life extension techniques. It's not that I don't understand, Aloy. It's that I don't care. Congratulations. You just graduated from whining to throwing a temper tantrum. I'm sure Elizabeth would be proud. But this is speculation. Wasting time. I am nothing if not independent.
That's your reaction to everything you've just learned? To whine like a spoiled child?
Sylens. That's my name. Now, why don't you try asking another question? Something less trivial. Not yet, anyway. So far, we haven't encountered any that are undamaged. At full power, who knows what they're capable of? Years of study and experimentation. In principle, it's not so different from how you override machines. I override focuses. You've chased a personal riddle into a crowd of larger mysteries. The common thread is your connection to Elizabeth Sobek. Pharmaceuticals, mostly. An ancient word for medicine. But some were still trying to perfect ways of freezing and unfreezing people. You'll find it in the eastern mountains, buried under the tangled coils of a metal devil or a...
Well, mind your footing. I couldn't have said it better myself. The past was dark indeed. Try not to fall to your death. The master override doesn't override gravity. Everything here is raw. Just get to the module and destroy it. Destroy the module and then get out fast as you can. Just find it and get to the top. Then use it. Climb it. The sooner this is done, the better. Won't be much farther. Then use it. Busy enough not to notice you, let's hope. So, the way in I spoke of is right behind you. Not at all. And you needn't worry about the Kestrels. They'll be too busy acting important to pay attention to you. Artificial intelligence. Keep looking. Try scanning it. An entrance hall, perhaps. Have a look around. Are you insane? And risk the data within? Are you really so surprised? That will draw attention. We won't have this place to ourselves for long now. You don't hear me laughing. What's next? Open sesame? I underestimated you. You'd think by now Yes, fine. Now will you please get moving? There's so much to learn in less time than I'd hoped. You've come a long way since the Citadel, Aloy. I've disabled their focuses, which is very helpful to you. But I don't know for how long. If I were you, I'd act quickly. I've uploaded some data files to your focus. They'll help you understand. It was a corporation. A group of people not unlike a tribe. And they made machines. A holographic theater. He said it could not be stopped. Quiet. I'm learning as you are, Aloy. Keep searching. We need more data. Artificial wombs. Machines to spawn a new generation of human beings. There's only one way to be sure. Let nothing stop you from learning the truth. The data points. What do they contain? Good. We're too close to let tribal primitives stop us now. The data points. You're going to ignore them? But mutual self-interest. Now that is a solid bedrock upon which you and I might build a new science of understanding. Good. That means you're wising up. Trust is for fools. It shifts and crumbles like sand. A poor foundation for any partnership. Rough going, but you survived. We both need answers, Aloy. And thanks to you, we're on the verge of grasping them. At sunfall, we'll speak again. I won't deny I risked your life, but it was the only way. Now, with the focus network down, we can both get what we want. Access to the secrets of Zero Dawn. The powers that ordered your death believed they were successful. I must advise you against visiting Sunfall. Why have you come to Sunfall? The grave hoard is where you belong. I'd hoped for a different introduction, but you leave me no choice. The Eclipse has agents at Sunfall. If they see you, you'll jeopardize everything we've worked towards. Aloy, I know you hunger for answers, as do I. But first, the focus network must be crashed. Sunfall. The Mad King Duran's summer palace. A bulwark of Karja might against the howling Forbidden West. If you reveal yourself to their agents in Sunfall, your escape will have been for nothing. But they have no idea what lies beneath. We will learn much from this, Aloy. The Eclipse knows you're alive, Aloy. If their agents see you at Sunfall, you will be overwhelmed. The powers that ordered your death believe they were successful. If you reveal yourself to their agents in Sunfall, your escape will have been for nothing. You have been warned. If the Eclipse catches you here, you'll be lucky if you survive long enough to wind up in that ring. The Sun Ring. A proud tradition of a Karja. I've disabled his focus. The rest is up to you. Because there was none inside the chamber. Now all you have to do is kill Hades with it. But they didn't. Forever trapping them in childhood. And ignorance, of course. What's the whole of human knowledge next to the origin of one girl? Continue your search. They may have escaped this place, but ignorance was a prison they took with them. What we might have achieved had we not been denied it. And here sat a trove, enriching no one. I had to dredge the pits of the world looking for focuses to repair. You were right, Aloy. This is a graveyard. The charnel house of knowledge, Aloy. You've seen enough of this world's tribes to know better. The dream of Apollo. Never realized it wouldn't open for them. Of course they hated it. Memorize its location. There's a rappel point on the side. That'll be your way out. Avoid them or kill them, your choice. The blasting should cover any noise you make. Find the tall neck and destroy the module on top. Damn. The transmitter's been moved. Check down the ravine to the left. Only place it could be. You've got exactly one shot at this, Aloy, so spare the sarcasm and make it count. You see that bridge over the ravine? You're right.
Allowing them to communicate over vast distances instantaneously. It's not that simple. I'll need some time to work out the details. It's directly underneath the citadel. The palace at sunfall. Imagine a vast, invisible web stretched across the land from end to end, connecting focuses together. It's not that simple. Too many focuses in one place. I'm sure you have other matters to attend to. I'll be in touch. Each of them communicating with each other and back to Hades, a whole network of them. Yes, there is a way. A weak point in the network. He'll issue another kill order, and this time, the entire Shadow Carja military will be after you. The moment they see you, Hades will too. I'll send the location data to your focus. Head there, and I'll be in touch when you're close with more directions. I've checked my data and located the base. That's the good news. Crash the network. Audacious.
I'm not showing any focuses at that location. Shouldn't be anything you can't handle on your own. Carry on.
The palace is crawling with Eclipse agents. Many in positions of authority, all of them wearing focuses.
Why are you headed the wrong way? Turn back around. Here we go. Getting close now. Head for that ridge. Now be ready to act fast. You need to get in and get it done before they raise an alarm. More like soldiers. Held in reserve for a war yet to come. You'll have to get past them. I thought you wanted the answers to the secrets of the Earth, Aloy. Or did you just want to sit around and waste time? The tall neck's just over this ridge. You'll see it when you reach the top. Pay that no mind. Doesn't concern you. You're heading in the wrong direction, Aloy. Turn back around. You're wasting time, Aloy. The longer you take, the more likely you are to fail. What are you doing? The goal lies in the other direction. What are you doing? Stop wasting time. The back way in. I didn't say it'd be easy. No. It's a mining operation. So long as you're quick, it won't affect you. I need to check some data. Keep searching, and I'll contact you when I know more. We'll discuss this another time. Back to the matter at hand. That? It's a map. Our world. The planet Earth, Aloy. It's not flat like you thought. Is there another route? Now to see what lies beyond it. Find the tall neck, Aloy. There's no time to poke around. You'll have to find another way. Then find the other half. Take a seat at the campfire and we'll have that chat. Finally. So you've come back to where we left off, I see. All right. Take a seat at the campfire and we'll have a little chat. As I said last time, take a seat at the campfire and rest. When night falls, we'll talk. You wait, that's what. Take a seat at the campfire and rest. When night falls, we'll talk.
Save your curiosity for what lies beyond. What are you waiting for, Aloy?
Since when were machines any obstacle for you? If you could fly, I wouldn't have bothered with the climbing path either.
Thank you. It's one of many workshops I've constructed over the years. There'll be enough time later for you to ransack this place.
Open the module's casing, now. Aloy, this is not the time. Aloy, do as I say or all is lost. Good. Now be quick. Obviously. Now, it's very important that you hear what I'm about to say. I've shown you the way in, but this humble vent marks a point of no return. No distractions. If you have errands to run, do them first or hold your peace. I won't tolerate whining. Is that clear? Before you descend into the depths here, you should be fully committed, equipped, and focused. The other side of the tower. A weak spot in the wall. Hardly. The balustrade. It's a short drop from there. The other side of the tower. Look for a vent. You underestimate the ease of hiding in plain sight. All of this lost. The ancients' greatest gift to us. Careful now. Look around. See if anything is left. To abide in ignorance is a curse, Aloy. You of all people should know that. How the old ones achieved such marvels only to fall into silence and death. I've spent a lifetime trying to uncover the secrets of this world. Where the machines came from. A lifetime of failure. As year by year, decade after decade, I hit walls I could not break, doors I could never breach, until a Nora huntress marched out of the savage east. And Voila. I suspect you'll have an easier time with this door than I did years ago. For her, all the deepest secrets of the earth were laid bare. Correct. The way to the mountain will be hard. Ferocious machines prowl every step of the climb. I doubt they think at all. More like an instinct, gathering them to her grave. Not corrupted, but they will not tolerate humans. Intact? But what kind of machine and why? Why were you created? Oh no, I had a legitimate birth. It's you, Aloy, who are the creation of a machine. Then what are you waiting for? Copy the file. You're too valuable. You need to get out of there. What you found is too valuable. There will be no who waiting for you there, Aloy. Whatever birthed you into the world was a what, not a who. Who? Are you really so naive? And grasp the secrets within. Can you reach it? Then get moving. You have to find Gaia. Avoid contact. Aloy, you're very close now. There's a sheer rock wall just ahead. Look close, and you'll find handholds leading up. Now we get to see if your attack on their focus network was entirely successful. Stop, Aloy. One more step, and you'll deliver yourself to the very powers that seek your death. You'll have your reckoning, I promise. But not yet. In theory, all should be well. Success. Welcome to the Citadel, Aloy. I'll check back with you in a moment. In the meantime, circulate. Persistence can be a virtue, Aloy, but not here, not now. You must survive, and that way lies certain death.
19 years ago, a great explosion destroyed this mountain. Gaia's death, your birth. But we both know that you won't have any trouble getting through. Yes. Obviously, Hades was never supposed to trigger under these circumstances. But the signal changed it, broke the rules. The echo could be heard as far as the claim. Ash darkened the skies. How they fretted in Meridian as they tried to read this omen. But that would take years, and we're counting the time we have left by the hour. The crater burned for weeks, but when it cooled, I was the first to behold what lay within. Over time, the machines closed ranks to protect it. Useful. Soon, no one dared to come here. Except me. We don't know. Well, not at all. It never occurred to me that the way through would not be with force, but with a key. Rebuilding the terraforming system now might allow Hades to use it as a weapon, a key in human form. The failure of imagination was mine, not yours. And by the same principle, it should be possible to replicate every technology necessary to repair Gaia. You know what the cauldrons are capable of. How they fabricate any technology necessary to create a machine. She said any effort to repair her must come after Hades is destroyed. I concur. Everything depends on you. Yes. From a dormant subordinate function into an unregulated, self-aware entity of a highly chaotic nature. I'll contact you later. For years, I tried to get through this hatch. I drilled, I burned, I blasted. More like gave it life. You were the one born to do this, not me. Why? My presence is unnecessary. You don't need my help to pass through this door. Very well. Proceed.
To a point. You'll see. Yes, yes. Quickly now. I've prepared the way ahead for you. I see you're inside. Shall we begin? Where you were made. I've never seen anything like it.
Like the Alphas themselves, for an innocent future. Blameless men. He never saw the slaughter in the Sun Ring. Everything these people achieved, all the knowledge of the old ones, evaporated, turned to dust, scattered to the void. So this is why. This is why we were trapped in benighted ignorance, a monument to oblivion. No. She had a superior mind and a superior will. It wasn't about sentimentality. You knew she couldn't have survived, Aloy, and her achievements were beyond exceptional. No. She couldn't let her creation fail. You're confusing will for sentimentality. You're trying to invest her decision with something magical. It was a rational choice, not based on sentimentality. She was. You shouldn't be afraid to admit it. Your argument is sound. Aloy, she was better than them. I'm sorry for your loss.
Yes. I suspect we're about to learn a great deal. So when you're done feeling sorry for yourself, go to the bitter climb. I'll be waiting above in Gaia Prime's ruins. It seems you have a destiny to fulfill. So, you're even more extraordinary than I thought. To quench the flames and heal the world. How tragic to learn you're a person of towering importance. What are you talking about? You had two, a dead woman and a machine. The cradles of a cradle facility. There was no one else. Her name is Elizabeth Sobek, because I want you to succeed. Good hunting. We'll talk later. Stay on your present course, and before long, you'll know her as well as I do. Maybe better. To help you deal with them, I've left some useful equipment just outside the ruins. Your focus will show the location, but be wary. Maker's End is crawling with Eclipse troops.
Because of Gaia's sacrifice, it has been forced to search for means that are less convenient. What we do know is that Hades must be stopped, and that only you can do that.
Days, weeks, years. Concern yourself with stopping Hades and extending the future, and you might live long enough to hear them. Scan them. Continue. The focus can rebuild them, but the process is slow. To us, it seems a powerful device, but its engine is tiny and limited. Because it was armored, you found the control room. Because there was none inside the chamber. Why, indeed. Perhaps it loves some forms of life more than others. But of course, the birthing places of Gaia's machines, these shapes, I've seen them before. In a cauldron, true. Mostly they were docile until 10, 15 years ago. It would appear so. The birthing places of her machines. An abandoned one, yes. Which part? It's a little technical in places.